welcome to Crushing Kayfabe. My name is Jace Garish. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry about the little hiatus there. Took a couple of weeks off. A lot of stuff going on. It seems like every time I end up taking time off the show, a lot of stuff happens. So, what's happened last 2-3 weeks? A lot. I'm not even sure where to start, and I know I'm not going to be able to cram everything into this little show. So let's get started. Nia Jax is back. Wow. Not sure if this was a parting gift from Vince McMahon, since the Endeavor deal has, from all reports, been finalized, and he's no longer solely in control. I think from what I understand, his shares went down like 16% or something along those lines. I know he's in the minority. He's no longer in the 80 whatever percent it was that he had previously, but a lot of people are saying that this is his parting gift. I don't know if that's a joke. I hope it is, because I'm not sure why the heck they're bringing Nia Jax back. Such a controversial figure. I mean, I guess she has her fan base. She's hurt a lot of the female wrestlers. Not happy about this. I mean, she looked really stiff when she came back with and landed that move on. Just really stiff, really stiff. So when she landed that move on Rhea Ripley, that was that looked ugly. That did not look good. So thankfully, it was someone as strong as Rhea, because I think anyone else would probably be. We might be having another memorial show coming up, unfortunately, but not happy about not happy about that. Not one of my favorite people in the whole world. I'm not sure why. I mean, she's a lightning rod for controversy, and she hurts people. I mean, granted, she did help make Becky's career, but at what cost? It's like anyone else is would have folded, and I'm not real happy about that. Like I said, I don't know. I hope this is a limited time thing. Did they bring her back to compete with the bigger girls like Rhea? Quite possibly, maybe to make her look smaller and make her look like the underdog and possibly turn her babyface. It's quite possible. I don't know, but I just, like I said, it just seems like a lot of risk for not that much return. And I've yet to watch I've been told that there's a Stevie Richards video that breaks down her return and her moves really well, and I've got to watch that. Unfortunately, I haven't had 2 seconds of time to watch that, but I will definitely watch it when I get a chance. Always love watching kind of stuff that breaks the fourth wall like that and explains things real well. But yeah, like I said, not feeling the whole return. Not happy about it at all. Hopefully, it's for a limited time only kind of thing. And like I said, as a person, as a wrestler, I'm not a fan. And initially I was a big supporter of hers. I liked having a big monster heel like that. I liked having a bigger woman there. But seeing how much damage she's done in her career has soured me real quickly on the idea of her. So like I said, hopefully it's a limited time thing. Hopefully Endeavor will not like the whole deal and can it real quickly. I mean, we saw a huge bus flip come out of the whole Endeavor deal. Some names, some surprises, some not so big surprises. I mean, Matt Riddle going, not a shocker to me. I know he's a merchandise mover, but always had a bad relationship with Endeavor. So not a huge surprise there. I think his personal life unfortunately got in the way of his success. Super talented guy, over with the fans, but he's kind of a liability because there's much more much more illegal substances I'm sure he's into, and just going to damage his entire life and career. And unfortunately, and from what I understand, as far as I know, he has a baby on the way, another one. So, in addition to the kid or kids that he had in a previous marriage. So good luck to them, in their future endeavors. And I hope eventually he gets himself together, because I hate to see anybody go down that path. It's real heartbreaking. Really hate to see it. Who else would release? I know Boog was released, which was kind of a surprise to me, because they just did the commercial with him, and I think Bianca Belair was on that commercial too. I thought they were going to try to make a push for him. They really didn't do a whole lot with him when they brought him up to the roster. The guy looks like $1 million. He's strong. I don't know what was behind that. I think it was probably just creative. Didn't know what to do with him probably. So that makes sense. I guess that they cut him. Big shocker was the whole Dolph Ziggler. I could have sworn that this guy was going to be an WWE lifer. I really thought that he was going to retire with WWE. Shocked me. Really did. I mean, he's got other things going on. He's got his stand-up. He's got stuff outside of wrestling. Plus, his brother's over at AEW. So it would be interesting to see if he goes over to AEW to team up with him. I think that would be fun. I really do. I mean, why not? I mean, I don't think we've ever seen those guys together. That'd be a fun thing to watch. And, why not end the rest of your career with a sibling like that? I think that would be pretty cool. So hopefully we'll see him in AEW. I think that'd be pretty cool. I'm trying to think of who else was released. I don't think there was any other huge names, if I'm not mistaken. But let me take a quick look here. Let's see if I can pull it up real quickly here. But like I said, those names were that I mentioned. Of those, Ziggler I think was the biggest one. Elias. Oh, that's one I completely forgot. Oh, that sucks. I hate that. I really like Elias. I really do. That sucks. I was hoping they'd do more with him. Hopefully he shows up somewhere. Because I really think they got a lot of wasted potential there. Mustafa Ali. Kind of saw that one coming. Man, they push him, hold him back, push him, stop pushes. Really like they didn't know what to do with him. Emma. That one sucks. Emma. I liked Emma, but if you're not going to do anything with him, why not? With her, I should say, why not? Shelton Benjamin, he's been off and on. Start, stop, start, stop. They had the whole, what was it? The whole faction with MVP and whatnot. The Hurt Locker, I believe, is called. Really cool. I like those guys. I don't know why in the world they broke them up, but I'm appreciating the whole kind of thing that Bobby Lashley is doing with the Street Profits. I kind of like that, and I like the direction they've taken with that. I think it was time to pull the trigger on that, and I'm kind of surprised that they do that with such a big merch mover as Street Profits. Kind of shocked about that, but I like it. From a creative standpoint, I really like the direction, because I think those guys are starting to get a little tiny bit stale. So I like that, let's see. On WWE front, I'm hearing some backstage murmuring from that. It's very, very highly likely that AJ Lee is returning, and that CM Punk will follow suit. Punk dropped some hints at when he did did commentary for MMA, I should say, that he wasn't going to be too much busy for the next couple months, and Survivor Series is coming up in a couple months. If I'm not mistaken, that is in Chicago, so that would be a beautiful thing. Even if he doesn't do a whole lot. Have his music hit, dim the lights, turn the lights on. I think the Chicago crowd would go absolutely bonkers for that. And I think they'd appreciate AJ Lee too. I hell of a woman's a wrestler right there, and I'd love to see her back in WWE, and I'd like to see the fences mended with WWE. And I'd like to see Punk get a fair shot at things, because he got a raw deal in WWE, and he got a raw deal in AEW. I know a lot of people probably saying, well, controversy follows this guy, he creates problems. I'm not so sure that's true. Yes, controversy follows him. He's very opinionated. He's very passionate, but he's very old school in that sense too. And I doesn't surprise me that the AEW thing blew up. It breaks my heart because I really enjoyed watching Collision. I thought it was the best show that they had going, and I'm not a real big fan of Dynamite. It seemed like for a while there it got better after Collision was on, almost like Collision was pushing them to become better, but now that's over, and we'll see where the whole direction everything takes. I've seen, I think, 1 or 2 episodes since then, and you can obviously see it. The quality of the show's gone down, which is heartbreaking, and because I like a lot of the guys they had on there, House of Black, Miro, Hobbs, Ricky Starks. Those are some of my favorite guys on AEW right now. So to see those guys kind of get left in lurch is heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. I hate it. But if we can see Punk back in WWE, what does Tony Khan think when he sees some of this stuff? What's going through his brain when he sees Cody return to WWE and see him become such a massive hit and such a huge babyface and such a megastar? What in the world is going through his mind, And I think AEW, I've said this before, but I think AEW took a massive hit when Cody Rhodes left, because I think he was part of the glue that was holding that company together. And I think that he kind of knew that things were going astray, because he had a lot to lose. He had the show on, the reality show on TNT. He had an officer position within the company, and you can say that Tony Khan created AEW, but really Tony Khan just had the money and was running things, as a vanity project, kind of the way I see NWA right now. Which I used to love NWA before the pandemic hit, and they had the YouTube show. I loved it. The 1-hour YouTube show was great, and they had to go to a pay-per view type system, and I think that from that point on it became it lost some key figures in the NWA too, once again. So I think it became a vanity project for Billy Corgan. Once again, which is real sad. Had a couple of really entertaining federations there that have since kind of gone downhill, creatively and quality wise, whatnot. But yeah, like I said, I'm hoping that WWE does sign Punk if they haven't already. I don't know what the whole legal situation with AEW is, because from what I'm hearing, because it was Just Cause, that could either, since nobody has the contract to look at really, and they haven't gone public with that, it could mean that there is a no-compete, or it could mean that there is not no-compete. And the Just Cause is what legally could constitute that and could be where things come into play. I know WWE, if I'm not mistaken, if they have Just Cause written into their contract, I think it institutes like a 1-year non-compete or something absolutely insane like that, which is crazy. But we don't know what Just Cause implies within an AEW contract. So, like I said, it could be a 90-day non-compete, could be nothing. Because, and I think a lot of that is going to hinge on those two words right there, whether we see him back again soon, you know. But, you know, Nick Khan with WWE kind of dodged the question, you know. He played the politician when he was asked about CM Punk. The subject was brought up, and he really kind of dodged the question and kind of speak in vague generalities that could mean anything, because he mentioned how they really respect Phil, you know, how they hope he does well in all this, but really dance around the question, which I kind of expect them to. I didn't expect them to come out and say, hey, yeah, we signed him yesterday. He's on the roster. He's going to show up at Survivor Series. I wasn't expecting that, but that answer right there could mean a lot of different things. He didn't come out and say, no, he's not. We have no interest. No. No, we're not going to sign him. Blah, blah, blah. He didn't shut the door on it. And it's my understanding that Punk has a very good relationship with Endeavor because of his experience with the UFC deal. Being under contract previously, you know, with Dana White, with the UFC, apparently he's built a very strong relationship with them. So that kind of leads me to think that he will be coming back. And like I said, a pretty reliable source has said that he is going to be coming back to WWE. So we'll see if that plays out. I'm very interested in seeing what the future holds. I think Survivor Series is going to be very exciting. I think it's going to be a good pay-per-view or premium live event, I think they call it, or something along those lines. But yeah, what else we got going on? We had The Rock return to WWE, which was great, being interrupted by Austin Theory. Boy, they are doing everything they can to get this guy over. I mean, I think he's going to be good in the future. I just, I don't think he's there yet. And I think a big part of it is his promo ability. The guy's charismatic. He can deliver lines fairly well, but the problem I have is he has trouble when he's throwing a curveball and he has to think on his feet. I mean, Cena kind of showed him up, and then he ended up being Cena, which really didn't do a whole lot for his career, and it should have, because Cena really kind of bitched him out in that promo and really kind of exposed him for not being able to think on his feet. But they're putting him in these high-profile situations that it's going to be sink or swim. And you know, and the whole thing with the confrontation with The Rock was good. It was good. It wasn't great, but it was good. I think it went over better than the Cena confrontation did. You know, and yeah, like I said, I think he is going to be a future star. I just don't think he's ready right now. And he's got to work on that improv ability. And maybe it's going to sound crazy, but maybe improv classes might help. I don't know, you know. It's funny because you look at some of the wrestlers that have some great promo skills and whatnot, and a lot of them have taken acting classes. I mean, Cody was being prepared and kind of groomed to be an actor. That's kind of what Dusty wanted him to be. I don't think he wanted him to be a wrestler. And you can really tell that that's helped out immensely, you know. So maybe they need to do that to Austin Theory. Is send him to some improv classes, send him to some acting classes, and help him work on those chops, because he definitely needs it. And if he can get that down, I mean, he has some pretty good matches when he's in there with the right opponent. He had a great match with Cody. You know, he's had some good matches. He definitely has the ability. He's very athletic. He has a great look to him. So they need to sharpen him up a little bit, and I think that might just do the thing is sending him to some kind of acting class or whatnot. But yeah, and then we had the backstage moment between The Rock and Cena. I enjoyed that thoroughly. I really did. I don't think there's any beef between these two guys. I don't think there's any heat whatsoever between these two guys. I enjoyed the moment. It was fun. It was one of those great moments. It was a really good episode of WWE television. Like I said, great episode. I mean, like I said, there's so much that's happened in the almost 3-week span that I haven't been on the air that I'm not even sure where to start talking about. My brain is just so disorganized right now because, like I said, it's on overload. There's so much going on right now. So much right now, but unfortunately, I'm extremely limited on the time that I have. So I'm gonna have to start wrapping things up. I'd love to see if anyone has seen what's happening in the NFL because I heard a rumor earlier that Josh McDaniels, the head coach of the Raiders, was fired, and I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't seen a confirmation. I don't think it is true because I've searched up and down for that, and I think that was just a crazy rumor that someone posted on Facebook. But despite his horrible decisions yesterday against the Steelers, but hey, getting sidetracked here, like I said, let me finish things out and tell everybody thank you so much for tuning in. I strongly encourage everybody to check out CrushingKayfabe.com, Crushing with a K. Check us out on Patreon. Please become a patron. Just $1 a month, and you'll help keep the show going. You'll help pay for everything and help us out immensely. Help buy equipment and whatnot. In addition to that, Then and Now flea market in Trenton, Tennessee. Check them out too because we've got some items for sale there. My wife's got some items for sale. I had some CDs. Unfortunately, I'm currently out of them. Have to do some more CDs and get that all going. So help us out there, please. And like I said, thank you everyone for tuning in. I will be playing the Humboldt, Main Street Fall Festival again this year. I don't have the time slot yet, but I'll probably have that next week, so I'll be able to announce out in the show and let everybody know to come by and say hi. Let's see. So I think that's about all right now. But yeah, check us out. CrushingKayfabe.com. Check us out on Patreon.com. Anywhere where you listen to podcasts, check us out on YouTube, whatnot, and continue to pray for the Ukraine. Send out to legitimate organizations. And once again, thank you everybody for tuning in. God bless.